Alright, good morning, class. Today we'll be talking about the internet. Alright, whereby we say the internet is the interconnections of networks that are linked together. Alright, so let's look at some of the features on the internet. We can have the connections, and then we can talk of the data. We can talk about the WWE, the future. Alright, the information on the internet, the mundane life performed on the internet, the multimedia, and the emails and the online and the cyberspace, of which we talk about the security aspects on the internet. We talk about the global systems. Alright. So today we'll be looking at three components today. Alright, we will be discussing three components in this lesson, of which is the basic concept of the internet, the requirements, and the terminologies of the internet. Alright, so let's look at the basic concept of the internet. Alright, so we say the internet, sometimes called the net, is a worldwide system of computer networks. Alright, so the internet, some call it the net, and it is a worldwide system of computer networks. You see, a network is a group of two or more computers that are linked together to exchange information. Right, so when we have two or more computers that are linked together to exchange information, we term it as the network. Right, then we say the internet, sometimes called the net, is a worldwide system of computer networks. Right, so we simply, the internet means interconnections network, in short, the internet. Alright, so the interconnections of the network, that is what we term as the internet. The internet is a global communication system that links computer networks. It can be thousands of computer networks, or it can be millions of computer networks. It doesn't matter the number of computers. Alright. So again, we say the internet can also be termed as the collection of interlinked computer networks, right, connected by wire or wireless. Right, or when we talk about the wire, we can talk of the copper wire and the fiber optic wires. When we talk of the wireless, we can talk of the cloud networks, the hotspots, and an example of the hotspot is the satellite, of which you can share your internet services with other devices. Alright, so now that we are done with the basic concept, let's look at the requirements for the internet. Before one can access the internet, there are some basic requirements that person must have. You see, the internet is available to everybody, and it is a worldwide accessible, but requires some resources to make use of it. You cannot just wake up and take your phone and then browse to the internet without some resources. There are some particular resources you must get before you can connect to the internet. These resources consist of one, the computer system. Alright, you see, this include a personal computer, a cell phone, or a tablet. Alright, so before you can access the internet, one must at least have a personal computer or a cell phone or a tablet. Alright, because with the help of these gadgets, then you can have access to the internet. We talk of the telephone line. This is needed manually to transfer data and information over the internet. Alright, so let's talk about the internet service provider. They are special companies that provide internet services or information such as chats and calls that users send and receive from their computer system goes through the ISP, which is the internet service provider. With the help of the internet service provider, which is an example is the MTN, and the Airtel Tigo, and the Telecel that we are using. Alright, some are also using the Starlink and some other networks. Alright, these are all internet service providers. With the help of these services, users can get access into the internet and surf the internet. So there's a key point here that says that this is why not all information can be shared on phone or chats when they are very sensitive. Alright, because every information that you share, either on a phone or a chat, goes through the internet service provider. So when there is the need for them to use it against you in the near future, they can. So we say not all information that can be shared on the internet via the phone or a chat, because every record of your phone that you have used, every record on it, they have it on their system. So you must be very careful on the information you share on the internet with your phone, using the chat and the voice. Let's talk about the web browser. This is an app or a software that is installed on the computer system, which is needed to display web pages, alright, of a website, so that the user can browse and surf the internet. Right. So with the help of the web browser, the user can surf and goes through the internet, right, whereby he or she will display the web pages and be viewed with the content and get familiar with what he or she wants. Okay, so let's move to some of the terminologies that makes the study of the internet in general more understandable. Alright, so there are some of the terminologies. There are some basic terminologies. There are so many, but we talk about a few. Alright, so we talk about the network. Alright, of which we say it is the interconnection of related computers that are come together. Alright, then we talk of the internet. Then we talk about the internet service provider. Alright, whereby they provide services for us to get access into the internet. Alright. Then we talk about the WWE, which is the World Wide Web. This is the interconnected system of websites all over the world. So when two or more websites are interconnected with each other by providing link on each on the website, then we term it as the WWE. Alright, so we say this is the interconnected system of websites all over the world. Then we talk about the websites, whereby we say the website is a collection of web pages and related contents that is identified by a common domain name, right, and published on at least one web server. Alright, so when multiple web pages and related contents are identified by the common name and established on at least one server, then we term it as a website. Then we talk about the web pages. Alright, we talk about the web pages, of which we say the web pages is the hypertext document or file displayed by the web browser. Alright, the information that the web browser displays on its screen, that is what we term as the web pages. Alright. Okay, so let's move to the next one, the next terminology on the list, of which we say the web browser. So we say this is an application software which enables a user to display and interact with web pages. Right. So with the help of the web browser, the multiple web pages that has been uploaded on the website helps us to display and interact with the web pages. Right. Let's move to the next. We have the client computer. This is a computer that connects to another computer on a network. Right. Let's take a look at the protocol. We say the protocol is a set of rules which guides the way in which data is transmitted between computers in a network. Alright, we say there are set of rules which guides the way in which data is transmitted between computers in a network. The ways can be HTTP and the HTTPS, of which there is a difference between the HTTP and the HTTPS. The HTTP is the hypertext transfer protocol. Alright, the hypertext transfer protocol, which is not secure. Right, it is not secure, so cyber attacks and the hackers can easily hack it. Alright, without any struggle. Then you have the HTTPS, that is the secure one. Alright, of which the cyber attacks and the hackers cannot get access to that kind of website. Alright, so we say these are the set of rules which guides the way input data is transmitted. So when data is transmitted on the HTTP, then it means that the data can be interfered, or the data can be attacked by hackers easily. Alright, but whenever it is uploaded using the HTTPS, it means it is secure, because we say the HTTPS is the hypertext transfer protocol secure. Alright, so this is more useful than the HTTP. That's easy. Let's move to the next one. Alright, so we have the uniform resource locator. Alright, we have the uniform resource locator. This is the URL. This is the address of a website. Every website on the internet has a URL. Alright, has an address, because the address is used to locate the content of the web browser. Alright, so we have example to be www.google.com. Right, this is an address and it's a URL that represents Google. Right, so the moment you type www.google.com in the address bar, it will take you straight to the Google's search engine, or the Google's web page for you to save everything you want to save from Google. You have the search engine. Application software users use it to search for and find information over the internet. Alright, so you cannot just wake up and take your phone or a computer or your tablet and you go to the internet without the search, or without the help of the search engine. Then you want to find whatever you want, right? So whatever you want to find on the internet, with the help of the search bar, then you type everything that you want. The search bar will help you locate and take you straight to whatever you want, or to get access to the content that you want to display. Right, so the search engine is also a very useful technology when it comes to the internet. So you say the application software users use it to search for and find information over the internet. So when you want to find information about something that you are researching on, there's no need for you to go through every content on the internet. You just have to search whatever you want, and then using the search engine, then every content that you want and you are looking for will be just generated for you. So let's move to the next one. Of which we talk about the internet content provider. Alright, this is an organization that handles the destination of online content, such as the audios, the videos, and the blog. Every content posted on the internet, has a destination, and this destination is handled by the internet content provider. Alright, let's move to the next. We have the downloading. Alright, the downloading. This is a process of getting a copy of information from a remote computer, which is a server. When we talk of a remote computer, we are talking about a server, and to a local computer, which is a personal computer or a phone or a tablet. Alright, so there's a vast difference between the local computer and the remote computer. Right, the local computer talks about the phones that we are using, the laptop, the tablet, whereby the remote computers talks about the server. Alright, the server is where all the information are stored. Alright, and the remote or the local computer is the device that is used to retrieve information from the server. Right. Then we talk about uploading. It's a process of sending data from your local computer to the remote computer. So when you want to send something from your personal computer or your personal phone or tablet onto the internet, then you use the uploading. So whenever you send your data or information onto the internet, it goes straight to the remote computer, which is the server, and it stores there. So anytime you want to retrieve it, then you can use the local computer, which is your phone or laptop or your computer. Then you can retrieve it from the server computer, which is the downloading. So the uploading is sending data from your local computer to the remote computer, which is the server, right? And the downloading is getting a copy of the information from the server to your local computer, right? Then we talk about the internet protocol. We say IP addresses is an identifier for a device on a network. The format is written so the internet protocol, every internet protocol or every website has an IP address. Every device on the network has an IP address, and it is written as 192.158.8.91. There is an example of it. So every device that is on a network has a format like this, which is the IP address, and this is the identifier of the network of the device on the network, right? Okay, so these are several terminologies that to be talked about apart from these, but at the SHS level, these are some of the main terminologies to look after, right? Okay, so thank you for today's class. We end the classes, so let's summarize everything. So we talked about the internet, right? We talked about the internet, of which we came to know some of the features of the internet. We talked about the connection, the data, the WWE, the future of the internet, and the informations and the emails and the cyberspace. We talk about the global systems too. And in today's lesson, we look at three concepts. Of which we talk about the basic concepts of the internet, whereby we came to know that the internet consists of interconnected networks, and we came to know about the requirements before we can get access to the internet. Of we talk about the computers, the web browsers, and the others. Then we look at some of the terminologies relating to the internet. Of we talk about the network, the internet, the internet service providers, the web pages, the web browsers, and the likes. So we talk about so many of them. So thank you for today, and see you in the next